Did Yoo Yeon-seok really change? And if so, was it all because of Chae Soo? Whispers are growing louder as fans point out one undeniable fact: he was never this soft, this affectionate, not even with his ex-girlfriend Kang Sora. What's behind this sudden shift? Is it love, guilt, or something deeper? Let's uncover the truth together, right here, right now, on Hidden Korea. It started with a glance. Just a simple, fleeting look across a dimly lit rooftop during a drama rap party, but it said everything. Yoo Yeon-seok wasn't acting. The subtle way he adjusted Chae Soo-bin's coat collar, the faint smile tugging at the corners of his lips as he listened to her laugh, the gentle way his hand hovered protectively behind her back as they navigated the crowd. It was too intimate, too raw, and far too real to ignore, and the world noticed. In the age of fan cams and eagle-eyed viewers, nothing goes unseen. Moments once dismissed as friendly are now dissected frame by frame, and the verdict from fans was clear: this isn't the Yoo Yeon-seok we knew with Kang Sora. Let's rewind to another time, another rumored love. Kang Sora. Their story, though never publicly confirmed, was one of quiet companionship. Rumors of candlelit dinners and brief vacations circulated, but never caused much stir. There were no viral videos of lingering touches or bashful glances, just muted whispers and blurry paparazzi shots. Yoo Yeon-seok, at the time, seemed distant, elegant, polished, the perfect gentleman, but cold in a way that made even his admirers wonder if he was truly capable of the kind of love fans yearned to see him experience: something electric, emotional, cinematic. Until now, the shift began subtly. During the filming of their recent drama, behind-the-scenes footage surfaced showing a different side of Yeon-seok. He was playful, teasing, attentive in ways that felt unscripted. He was no longer just a composed actor reading lines. He was present, engaged, soft. On one particularly chilly day, a clip showed him offering Soo-bin his jacket after a long outdoor shoot. She refused with a polite wave, but he insisted, draping it over her shoulders with a smile that looked like it belonged to someone in love. What happened to the Yoo Yeon-seok who once kept his private life locked behind polite nods and press silence? What, or who, had unlocked this warmth? Fan frenzy and a sudden storm. The internet exploded with speculation. Is this the same man who dated Kang Sora? He never even smiled like this before, and the timeline only added fuel to the fire. Insiders reported that Yoo Yeon-seok had turned down multiple interviews recently, citing mental exhaustion, a rare move for someone so media-savvy. But fans believe it's not stress, it's transformation. And then came the shocker. A stylist working on their drama anonymously posted on an online forum, "You all don't know what it's like to see two people fall in love in real time. The way he looks at her between takes, it's like the cameras don't even exist." The post was deleted within hours. The damage, or perhaps the revelation, was done. The unexpected appearance. But the real twist came one cold April evening, when Yeon-seok attended a private art gallery showing in Gyeongdam-dong. He arrived alone, casual, quiet. Few minutes later, Chae Soo-bin walked in wearing a low-key black coat and baseball cap, moved through the gallery slowly, side by side, sharing headphones to listen to the exhibit's audio guide. Onlookers said they weren't hiding, but they weren't performing either. It was private, deliberate. But what no one expected was Kang Sora's arrival. Alone. Unannounced. Some believe she had no idea they would be there. Others whisper she came to see for herself what had changed. Witnesses claim she stood still for nearly 10 minutes, watching from across the room, her face unreadable. An attendee captured the moment in words only: she didn't cry. She didn't confront them. She just watched. It was the look of someone realizing they'd already lost. A change? Or a choice? The difference in Yeon-seok's demeanor is undeniable. His interactions with Chae Soo-bin are filled with an ease, a softness, a kind of emotional exposure fans had never seen before. Was he always this way, just guarded? Or has Chae Soo-bin awakened something he didn't even know he had buried? Even his recent interviews have taken a more reflective tone. When asked about love, he answered cryptically, "Sometimes, it's not about finding someone new, it's about becoming someone you didn't know you could be." quote alone has sparked thousands of theories online. Some believe it was a direct message, subtle, yes, but unmistakably meant for someone. Others say it wasn't about love at all, but rather about rediscovering his own identity, shaped not by expectations or old wounds, but by the rare comfort he's found in Chae Soo-bin's presence. Still, the most compelling theories go deeper. They speak of timing, of coincidence, or fate. The letter that never reached her. An anonymous source recently stepped forward on a private fan blog, claiming to be a former staff member on one of Yoo Yeon-seok's earlier projects with Kang Sora. The post described the letter, handwritten by Yoo Yeon-seok himself, meant for Sora, never delivered. It was, reportedly, an attempt to explain why he couldn't open up to her. It was beautiful, kind. But I was tired. My heart was closed. I didn't even realize I'd locked the door until she was already gone. The letter, if it exists, was never confirmed. It reignited debate about whether Yoo Yeon-seok had unknowingly let something real slip away, or if Kang Sora was simply never the right person to begin with. Meanwhile, his actions around Soo-bin have only become more telling. On-set silence and off-camera signals. Though both actors maintain a professional front during interviews, those behind the scenes paint a different picture. Production staff from their most recent drama confessed that Yoo Yeon-seok and Soo-bin often requested to rehearse alone, something he rarely did before. There's this unspoken rhythm between them. Camera assistant shared anonymously. They don't need to talk much, they just look at each other and understand what the scene needs. But even when the scene ends, the look stays. More than once, staff caught him lingering near her trailer after wrap, sipping coffee, waiting, sometimes saying nothing, just existing quietly in her space. And Chae Soo-bin, usually reserved with co-stars, never seemed to mind. Kang Sora's quiet comeback. In a rare interview last week, Kang Sora was asked, indirectly, about moving on from past relationships. Her response was as graceful as ever. But one line stood out: you can love someone deeply and still know it wasn't meant to last. That doesn't make it a failure. Just means the story needed a different ending. It wasn't bitter. It wasn't cryptic. It was closure. Fans felt it instantly, the love triangle that had existed quietly in whispers and rumors for years may finally be settling into its final chapter. But not without one final twist. Just days ago, at a fashion event in Seoul, Yoo Yeon-seok appeared wearing a sleek, silver ring on his right hand. Simple. Elegant. But fans immediately noticed, it was the same ring Chae Soo-bin had been spotted wearing on her Instagram story weeks prior. Neither of them has addressed it. Neither has removed it, either. Coincidence? Perhaps. But when it comes to Yoo Yeon-seok and Chae Soo-bin, coincidence is beginning to look a lot like fate in disguise. More than just romance. What's emerging from this story isn't just another celebrity pairing, it's a study in transformation. Fans aren't just rooting for a couple, they're watching a man rediscover his own emotional truth. Yoo Yeon-seok, once seen as guarded, unreachable, and quietly perfectionist, now walks like someone who knows what he wants, and finally has the courage to show it. He laughs louder, smiles more, blushes gently, pauses longer. There's a softness in his eyes that wasn't there before, a vulnerability, a kind of peace. And it's not just about love, it's about growth. About allowing yourself to be seen, about the kind of connection that doesn't ask you to change, but changes you anyway. So, did he change for Chae Soo-bin? Maybe. Or maybe, just maybe, she was the first person he didn't have to pretend with. In a world where so much is filtered, scripted, and staged, that kind of honesty is the real headline. Stay with Hidden Korea for the next chapter. As love, like drama, always finds a way to surprise us in the